Today we will discuss on simple machines. Now you may say, sir, simple machines? Is there any other type of machines? Yes, machines are segregated into two things. One, simple machines, and the other one, complex machines. Now simple machines are those machines which are having only single tasking functionality. Single tasking functionality. That means these are not multitasking machines. These are the machines which are the foundation blocks of complex machines. Okay. Now let us go for some basic points on simple machines. Basic points means the fundamental terms. Now what are fundamental terms? The first one comes your load. Second one, effort. Now, load and effort both are forces. Then, sir, why these two are different? You may ask me. These are different. The terms are used differently for the same physical quantity, that is force. The reason is load is that force which you overcome by another force which we call as effort. Hope you understood by the simple line. Load is that force which you overcome or which a machine overcomes with the application or by the application of force which is termed as effort. So for a machine there are mainly two: load, effort. Load, effort. What is the load it needs to move? That is to be decided, and then an effort needs to be given to move that load. In simple word, load and effort both are force and the unit is Newton. The next third one is mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage, simple way by seeing the advantage term, mechanical advantage is that tool by which you understand how much efficient or in what way the machine works. We will go in detail for mechanical advantage as well. The next one is velocity ratio. The term velocity ratio is very simple by saying, oh sir, it's a ratio of between two velocities, but it's a ratio of which two velocities? It is ratio of velocity of effort point to the velocity of load point. Next is efficiency, the most important term in our life. Whatever you do at the end of the day, it is decided that how much efficient you are. Now for a machine or for us also, efficiency is nothing but the ratio of output to input. That means how much output one machine or how much work output a machine can do with respect to the work input given to that machine. That means it is a ratio, it is a comparison between how much output is received to how much input you have given or the machine have given to produce that output. So that is efficiency. For machines with higher efficiency, that means more than 90%, we always tell that the machine is much efficient. That means the losses are less. To have less losses means the machine output will be high. Normally this efficiency cannot be 1 or 100%. It never happens because their losses are always present. So only for ideal machine we consider this efficiency as 1 or 100%. So let us go to the next. We will now talk about mechanical advantage, and it is equal to, as I said, to the ratio of load to effort. Now mechanical advantage now is having three criteria. The first one is your more than 1 or more than 100%. That means when it will be a more than 1, when this load is more. That means the numerator section is more than the denominator. This means that with lesser force, a higher force can be overcome. Again I am telling, this means that with a lesser force, that is effort over here, we can move a higher force or load. That means the lesser force gets multiplied to a higher force. So there is some force multiplication when there is more when the ratio comes more than 1 or that is more than 100%. Then comes the second one when the ratio is less than 1. That means effort is more but load force is less. Load force is less. That means we are giving more force over here. Obviously with respect to time, the effort point will move more. If the effort point moves more, if the effort point moves more compared to the load point in the same time interval, this is very much clear that there is a speed multiplication. There is a speed multiplication or speed it acts as a speed multiplier. Clear? So now comes the last one, mechanical advantage is equal to 1 or 100%. 1 or 100%. This means this load and effort both are equal, the forces are equal. This case is especially for when you will find that the direction of effort is changed. The typical example is that of a single fixed pulley where suppose you are lifting a load through a pulley or lifting water from a well by a pulley and you are giving effort in the opposite direction downwards and load moves upwards. We'll discuss in case of pulley also, we'll discuss that time on this aspect. Next comes velocity ratio. This is equal to, as I said, velocity of effort point to the velocity of load point. Now, velocity of effort point to the velocity of load point. Now, velocity is what? Displacement by time for both the cases. So, for effort, it is displacement, that is d of effort point per unit time, and this one for load, velocity of load point, displacement of load, that is load point, that is dl per unit time. So this one I can write as dE by t, this one as dl by t. I have written the same over here. T cancels out, we are left out with dE by dl. So dE by dl. So velocity ratio is equal to the displacement of effort point to the displacement of load point. Then comes efficiency. This is very important. Lot of times the question comes from ICSE, CBSE as well as the other boards that obtain the relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. So we will see now here how efficiency related is to those terms or characteristics of a machine. Efficiency is equal to, as I said, work or energy output by work or energy input. Simple way, output by input. Output by input. Next, work. Work is what? Force into displacement. Now, if I talk about output, so for a machine, what is the output? That's the load. And for a machine, what is the input? That is the effort. So when we talk about work with respect to output, we talk about force into displacement. But in this case, when we are talking about output, it will be load. Load is the force over here, and displacement is the displacement of the load point. For the work or energy input in the downward, work is what? Here work is again force into displacement. In case of input, this force is your effort and displacement is displacement of the effort point. So I am telling, if you are saying this one, so force, that is here load into displacement of load point. You can write over here dl also. I'll write that one in the next step. So effort into, and the denominator is effort into displacement of effort point. The next one comes what I said just now. For load I have written L. For displacement of load point, as I have assigned earlier as dl. Effort, force or effort, that is E. Displacement of effort point I have written as dE. Now L by E, if you just recollect, now only we have completed load by effort, that is nothing but mechanical advantage, and dl by dE will let us segregate first into two parts. I have segregated two parts, dl by E into dl by dE. Now L by E we can easily understand this mechanical advantage. dl by dE, let us convert this part into some similar or familiar term for us. How? If I take this dl down of dE, what will be then? What will be then? See, dl came down to d, dl came down to d. What is this? dE by dl. Recollect again, this is a ratio of velocity ratio. or this is the ratio of velocity of effort point to load point. So this is d by dl. So let us now put those, substitute those terminologies over here. Then L by E becomes mechanical advantage, 1 by d by dl becomes 1 by Vr. Now from this, then efficiency equal to mechanical advantage into 1 by Vr. This one formula you may say, but I'll tell you not to mug up those formulas. It's only simple derivations. Please try to do it after seeing this video. Please try to do it by your own. It will be easier for you. There are a lot of formulas, lot of things are there. If you go to mug up, you'll never end to good results. Now then the first formula what we get, that is efficiency equal to mechanical advantage into velocity ratio. From here you can do here and there, you can do cross multiply and that things. It will result as this mechanical advantage equal to velocity ratio comes over here, that's mechanical velocity ratio into efficiency. So mechanical advantage to velocity ratio into efficiency. So that's another one. So it's more in a linear fashion. It looks good compared to this one, but again I think you shouldn't mug up formulas. But again, if you really want to mug up formulas, this is a much better option. What I feel, maybe it may differ in your understanding also, maybe. So I hope you have learned about the simple characteristics as well as the terminologies for your simple machines. We will continue this part in our next video as well. Hope you have understood. If any confusion you feel it is arising in your mind, please let me know. Comment in the comment section and we'll solve it. We'll have another video also. Clear? And we'll this is only part 1 of simple machines. We'll go for part 2, part 3 for class 10 and for higher parts for our engineering sections. So if you like the video, please subscribe and hit the gong so that you get the notifications. Thank you to all of you for listening to the video, for viewing the video as well.